Chapter 48 Low EQ. Xue Fanxin was too tired and did not have the energy to answer Jiushang's question. Collapsing into his arms, she lost consciousness. Little Ziner Jiushang hugged the unconscious Xue Fanxin. He, who had serious misophobia, did not reject her touch. He noticed that her body was extremely weak and immediately did a checkup on her. After a while, his brows furrowed. Spirit energy consumption was too high. What kind of cultivation technique required such a huge amount of spirit energy? Normally, a cultivation technique that required a huge amount of spiritual energy was not something that primary cultivators could cultivate. This was because without enough spiritual energy to circulate, no matter how much they cultivated, it would be useless. This girl had just awakened her spirit and was at the early stage of the spirit awakening realm. She was not even at the most basic stage. With her ability, it was impossible for her to cultivate a cultivation technique that consumed a lot of spiritual energy. Even if she tried her best, she would not be able to use it. However, she had not only practiced it, but she had also used it. Although she had collapsed due to the severe exhaustion of her spirit energy, it did not change the fact that she could use such a powerful cultivation technique. What cultivation technique had the little girl been practicing? Jiushang injected his spirit energy into Xue Fanxin and checked her body carefully. He wanted to find some clues from her, but his search returned nothing. Forget it. Since little Ziner could use the cultivation technique, it meant that she could cultivate it. As long as she did not use it randomly, it was enough. This little girl has quite a few secrets. Jiushang smiled mysteriously at Xue Fanxin, who had fainted in his arms. He picked her up horizontally and placed her on the bed. Thanks to Jiushang's treatment, Xue Fanxin only fainted for an hour before waking up. When she opened her eyes, the first thing she saw was Jiushang's charming, handsome face. What shocked her the most was that her body was no longer hurt or tired. "Were you the one who healed my injuries?" This was a stupid question. Apart from him, who else could instantly heal her injuries? Who else can treat you besides me? Jiushang tapped Xue Fanxin's forehead with his finger. He enjoyed doing small things like this. "Oh, thanks." Xue Fan thanked him perfunctorily, sounding insincere. Jiushang flicked her forehead again and increased the force to punish her. "You're so insincere when you say thank you. You might as well not thank me. For someone who wants me to be his imperial consort, I'm already very generous to thank him. As a man who is pursuing his other half, when your other half is in trouble, it's your duty to help her, understand?" He did not understand. "Little girl, what are you thinking about? What nonsense is this?" Jiushang really could not understand. How could a 15-year-old girl have things in her mind that even he could not understand? Forget it if you don't understand. I can't have high expectations for someone with low EQ. What do you mean by low EQ? What sec? Xue Fanxin was about to answer when she accidentally noticed that there was a third person in the room. She was extremely shocked. This person was none other than the masked man who had come to the Duke's estate to assassinate her grandfather. Jiushang, why is he here?